Theme Park Tycoon 2 is going to get an update in a few hours. We already know we're going to get switch tracks, as well as a rework for the leveling system. But what other things could we get in this next update? What I have here is a list of few things that we could actually get in the next update, from the most likely to the least likely to happen. Starting with the most likely, which I think will be updated in this update, which is the Christmas trees, which the original Christmas tree doesn't really look that good, and we kind of already have the trees for a Christmas tree. So I think with a little bit of different decoration and rework of the tree, this will be the most easiest thing that could be added in this update. So let's quickly talk about it. For starters, something that could be really helpful to making the Christmas tree look a lot better is change the tree to the most recent tree that we got in the last update, as well as maybe give the ornaments a little bit better texture. Second of all, what we could actually have for a better Christmas tree is adding more ornaments variation to the tree, like adding some snowman and candy cane and other things to the tree just to make it look a lot more interesting than the tree that we have. Also, we could do this on our own. As you can see here, I'm kind of building it on my own without actually having a Christmas tree that's already added in this game, but I think it will look really cool to have something that's pre-built. Also, another thing too that'd be cool is actually being able to rescale a lot of these snowmen, so we can have a lot better variation to the tree itself. Now, another thing too is just adding a star at the very top. That looks a lot nicer, which we already have a pretty good star in this game. Just make it so we could maybe rescale it, because right now we can't actually rescale this star. Well, that's the Christmas tree. Let's move on to the second item that I feel could most likely be updated in this next update. The second item that I feel could be updated in this next update is the Christmas wreath. This is because we have this Christmas wreath here, but we technically already have the Christmas wreath in this game. All you have to do is remove the roots in the back out of this bush or hedge from the game, and just add new ornaments around the Christmas tree, as well as add maybe different lights and lighting effects just to make it more interesting for the people to use. The last thing that I think we could get in this next update is a rework of the snow-covered trees and rocks. Now, I'm not a game developer, so I'm not sure how difficult this is. However, I feel like the next thing that could really be added in the next update is a rework of the trees and rocks. This is because we already have the game pieces for the new trees as well as the new rocks, so all you have to do is add snow on top of it. Now, I'm not sure how difficult this is, but it'll be very cool if this was one of the things that was added in this next update. Lastly, the items that I feel will be the least unlikely to be updated in this next update are these Christmas items that we got in a previous update a while back. Now, these items are the snowman, the star, the bell, and the candy cane. I mean, it will be cool to have like another version of a snowman, but I feel like it'll be a very unlikely scenario because Dennis doesn't really update prop items in this game, and he mainly updates the scenery items like the trees and rocks. And that's basically the common theme that we've been getting in the past updates, where he gives us one major item in the game, and he updates something small like a tree or rock. So I feel like these are the most unlikely things to be updated in this game. This also includes the gifts or presents that we have in this game as well. Now, I know I said that is the last thing that I feel could be added in this next update, but actually there's one more thing that could possibly be added in this upcoming update. Since the common theme that Dennis seems to be going for in his updates is to actually rework or redesign a ride that we already have, or give us a skin to an old ride somewhere along the lines of either an intense ride or a flat ride or maybe even a coaster. So now, if you go into the catalog here, we can see that in the last update, we actually got two new rides or redesigned rides, which is the slingshot ride and the rockin' disc. Now, as you can see here, I have the rockin' disc actually here, and it looks so much cooler. Now, if I have to guess what ride will be updated, I'm not 100% sure, or I'm not going to really try to guess it because it could be any of these rides, and the intense rides, roller coasters, which is probably the least unlikely, the gentle rides, which there's a few rides in here that could be actually updated, like the spiral slide or the actually there's not much. Only the spiral slide is the only thing that could be actually updated, or you can actually add a skin to one of these rides as well. Now, as you can see here in the carousel, we do actually have this Easter skin. He could actually give us another version of the carousel ride as well. Now, The transportation ride is another ride that we could actually see an update for sometime along the line. I'm not sure when, but these rides definitely need like an update because this train could actually look a lot better, as well as this monorail, which is not really that realistic when it comes to a theme park ride. So I'm not sure if any of these will be updated. It's just my guess that possibly we could get a reworked ride. We could mainly basically also just get a skin for a ride, but I'm not 100% sure on this. So that's why I feel I'm not going to guess which ride will actually be updated in this upcoming update. But if I have to guess, it'd probably be more like the Intense ride that'll be updated. One of these, because there's a lot of in here. Like if I have to point some out, the Fireball ride could actually be updated. Um, the frisbee could actually get it up. Actually, did we get it? No, this ride could get updated. There's definitely a few rides. The triple tower got an update. The gravitation. I mean, there's a few of these rides though that I feel like most likely won't because there's not really much you can do. I mean, for example, this ride recently did get an update, but I feel like, I mean, you can see here, here's the old Twister and here's the new one, but I feel like with all our current rides, like for example, if I go to one that was recently updated, like the Slingshot ride, you can see how there's so much more detail than a lot of these intense rides. As well as, okay, you get the point. To sum it all up, what I'm basically saying is the intense ride is the most likely area to be updated in the upcoming update, with the exception of a few rides, like the Twister, which is not really much detail you can add to this ride anyway, compared to the Slingshot ride, which you can add a lot more depth and detail to. So, that is all I have time for this video. Let me know down in the comments which one you think will be the most likely thing to be added in the upcoming update. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll really appreciate it. Now, I'll see you in the next video, which will be the update video that I'll be releasing tomorrow. So, until then, bye for now.